Okay, there it is. I think we're live. Oh, okay, there's a microphone there. Sorry about that. Hey, Poodle. What's up? How you doing? Hold on, let me do a recording. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and we're going to be working on RPG Maker MZ today. Thank you for tuning in. Kind of a chill stream today. I'm just going to be working on the last two action sequences. Feel free to ask any questions. Hey, it's Warp Enigma. What's up, Warp? How are you doing today? Hey, Vino. Refresh chat. Thank you. You got it up right at the beginning. All chats off and on. There you go. It should do it. It should do the thing. Hey, Wrath, how are you doing? You missed me? You've been busy? That's good. I miss you guys over the weekend too, but I do enjoy my weekends. Alright, we are on the Warlock now. We need to make a Warlock 100 TP move. Let's also set these to be 100 TP. Oh gosh, I gotta change this one back. It's currently set to run 6 action sequences. Oh, I figured out a better way to do it. Instead of just calling the common events inside the common events, it kind of messes them up if you're trying to do like one action sequence with a bunch of action sequences inside of it, but you can do it. But instead of calling all these common events like this, instead just copy the code and exclude the finish action. So I'm going to try this again and see what happens. I want to see what happens on an actual like regular battler that was made with the generator, and I want to see what happens with like an SV animation and also a dragon bone. So I'm going to look at all three for this crazy action sequence just to see how they how it looks on the different ones. So which is the first one? Okay, this is all but the finish action. Let's go to the Bola one. Let's get this one. I mean, I guess it makes sense to do another setup action. I would probably move this setup action, right? I would have one setup action and then one finish action, and I would customize that for the skill. And then I would just put the contents of the other ones in there. So let's do that. I suppose we can just leave this one setup action already there and we're good. Okay, that's the Bola. Thunder Smash. Everything but the finish action. Actually, everything but the finish and the start action. So I don't think we need another setup action here. Yeah. And they don't need that comment. Just the first setup. Here we go. Divine. Everything but the setup and finish. So it's a little more work than just calling 6 common events. But it's going to look better in the end, I believe. Let's get the shimmer. The problem with a lot of this is I'm calling action animation, and they're all designed for their own action animation, but when I call it from a combination of skills, well, that animation is going to be used multiple times every time I call action animation. So instead of action animation, I might want to come in here and change it to like show animation and then wait for animation. Then we need static vortex. And then we'll put in a finish action. Boom. Now it'll play 6 action sequences and it should look better. Poodle says, new to your channel, and these Drifty and T videos plus streams have been super helpful. Love how often we're getting content from you guys. Thank you for watching, Poodle. We appreciate you. All right, let's look at it. Oh, no, wait. Did I give him the skill already? No, I changed it. Hold up. Let's see how it looks with a regular generated battler. I kind of want to not have 2 musics playing, so let me pause this. Bam, bam. Boom, 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 boom. Isn't that awesome? So we could just like use a combination of 2 or 3 of the action sequences that we make for something else and put those with, you know, their own animation and combine them and give it their own setup and their own finish. And then you made your own like really long animation out of just a few smaller ones. That's what she said. Sick. Warp Enigma says, Drifty, where's T? She's busy. She's working. Mondays are always super busy. She's got stuff piling up over the weekend, and sometimes it's too much stress. Let's see how it looks on a Dragon Bones battler. Song of Loot says the battle sequence tutorial was great. Thanks. I'm glad you liked it. I worked on it for a few days before I started. Poodle says, poor T, she shall be missed. Yes, she will. She's already missed. Six action sequences, go! It dies in like 3 hits, but it just keeps going. This is why you have the Immortal on, so that you can still finish and see all the damage and the shakes and all that stuff. It looks pretty good. Obviously, it would look better if we can, like... I think I can customize these action what is it called? The Dragon Bones Battlers. I can customize them better for when they move and do stuff, but I'm not really good at that. I haven't really tried to like put in the code for the Dragon Bones. I've more or less copy pasted a Kashix stuff, which I recommend doing. At least, you know, if you want to write your own, that's fine, you should, but start off by copying a Kashix because he's done it right. He's done a really good job. And there's also some, I'd say 1 out of 10 of them come with some action sequencing of their own. I'm just kind of very satisfied with this. I mean, it's definitely kind of long, but we're just through 6 of them together. What did you expect was going to happen? Well, make sure to say hi and tell her she was missed today. I will, Warp Enigma, trust me. She will know that Warp Enigma missed her. I want to see what it looks like on an animated SV enemy. Or like, not necessarily. Was it this one? It was one of these. Yeah, it's this one. Vino says, I still can't get over how smooth the animations look. They're pretty sick. So this one is an animated SV. It's not a Dragon Bones on the right side. On the left side is a Dragon Bones. And you can see you've got like 3 frames on the right, but then you have like, I don't know, 20 something. It seems like maybe 60. I don't know. Oh, it looks pretty good. She's moving her hand. She's pointing that finger. Kind of, sometimes. Point that finger. Point it. Point that finger. She just did a little twister kick. Shinzero says we can't make animations in RPG Maker MZ anymore, right? Well, you make animations, but you're going to use particle effects for them. We've made tutorials on how to use sprite sheet animations inside of MZ already. You can check out the channel. There's some tutorials there if you want to use sprite sheets in MZ. Also, there's a plugin that comes with the engine that lets you use the MV animations. But you can't edit them anymore. You have to edit them inside of MV. And then you kind of bring them over. $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, looks like I'm missing some stuff. What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah. Speaking of missing some stuff, you guys might want to update your Visustella project. Because one of the core engine has a problem where it preset, it's already been fixed. So update and download and get the new core 0. Because it would overwrite your plugin settings or something like that. So yeah, just quick fix, download. It's already been updated. Just go download it. It's free. And then you can replace the core 0 if you're using, I forgot what version, that's the bugged one, but the most recent one is downloadable now and it's fixed. Yeah, if I fixed it in like 10 minutes, it was reported and fixed. It was like, bam. Do. Unfortunately, it was out there for a few hours, and there were some people who downloaded it and found some problems via the Discord. Links to the description. Come join us on Discord. Okay, I need to make 2 more action sequence. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, forgot it was Monday. What's with that battler? Drift? Oh, yeah. Difed. What's with the battler? What do you mean? You want to see it? You just showed up. I was showing off some action sequencing. I'll show you one. It's actually 6 of them in one. Okay, so these are all mostly just regular generator battlers, but I have some Dragon Bones for the players as well. So it's up to the player what they want to use, a Dragon Bones animated battler or an SV battler, or if they want to use the generator one. You know, it's all up to them. But yeah, here's the action sequencing I got going on. Bam! I basically made a bunch of small animations, custom action sequences rather. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, it was supposed to say drift. Yeah, I figured that much. But I appreciate the clarification and the $5 attached to it. Thanks, Corey. Yeah, I just like watching it now. It does have this little delay in here. It's got this weird telephone. Someone answer the phone. But yeah, that's what it was. Song of the Lute says, what does the tile D thing do? It looks like you have to be pretty advanced to use it. Well, T's working on a tutorial right now for tile D. I'm not going to really mess with it. But she's messing with it right now, and when she does crack the code and get it working in a very easy to understand way, I'm sure that she's going to put together a nice comprehensive tutorial that we can all watch, myself included. What have you got to say today, RoboDrift?
RPG Maker MZ. RPG Maker MZ. RPG Maker MZ. RPG Maker MZ.
Oh, okay. That's good. What have you got on your mind?
RPG Maker.
I got okay, fine. Ring ring, it's for you. It's your doom. Warrior, healer, paladin, sorcerer, warlock. Okay, so let's make the warlock skill. Give it an icon. It's gonna be this stone. It's gonna call Ember Rain. Do we already have a fire one? I think we do. There's a lot of elements. No, I did shock. I did static or something for the sorcerer. Static. But then he has emblazon, and then we've got Ember Rain. Ember Rain. Ember Rain? Ember Rain. No, let's do something different. We've got thunder. A lot of thunder happening. So let's not do thunder. What about... Not really darkness, huh? Ice? He's cold. The warlock is a cold being. He's a $2 super chat for Vino saying Robo Drift sounds related to Cyber Baron.
RPG Maker MC.
Thank you, Vino. Let's call it Frigid Air. Like my refrigerator. No, let's call it Frigid Rain. But then it sounds water. It's like ice water. Let's make it 2 elements. Oh. Let's make it 2 elements. How do we do that? Shit. I know how to do that in MV. Let's go to the element status core. It's probably the same way. Oh my god, it's so hard. You just copy, paste a node tag. Multi-element, and then yada yada yada. You can also put in the name. Can you put the ID? Skill, items node tag. Replace X with the ID. Okay. For name variants, replace name with the element's name. Remove any of the I's in the name replacement. Insert multiples, yada yada yada. Okay, so what I can do is say it is ice, and we know it's ice from the top. Let's copy this. Put this in here. And then what element is water? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I can just put in water. I can just type water. I believe it will work that way. How will we know? How will we ever know if it works? Oh, we have to make an enemy and then give him an element rate and test it. We must test out the damage. Oh, I love this idea. I want to test out the damage big time. Okay, hold on. We'll test it with the action sequence as well when we're testing both at the same time. Yes, it will need its own animation. Thank you very much. We'll say uses a certain hit. I know it's a magic attack, but yeah, it was basically a magic attack. We'll just make it go bang, 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 bang on all of them. Hit all of the enemies a bunch of time. Did you see the Visustella party plugin? That is looking very nice. Yes, I did. I like. It's very good, Jess. Jess, you like? I like. Doodly 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 doodly. Formula will be 100 plus A.MAT times. It's gonna hit a lot, so let's say 3 plus A dot diddly 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 luck. Yeah, there we go. Only in the battle screen. It'll cost 100 TP, but we're not going to make it cost that yet because we're going to test it out. Rain upon your enemy, excuse me, with the frozen ores. The frozen rain from a glacial realm. There we go. Okay. Shut up. Word wrap. $147 custom animation time. No crit, no variance. Why? No crit, no variance. Why? Come on, Heartless. We've got to live on the edge here. We need crit. We need variance. We need staggered damage. We need that stuff going on. Frigid Rain. It doesn't have a file name yet. I need to put in some more particles, man. Oh, this is nice. Look, it's Frigid Rain. It's like perfect already. I can slow it down to 75% and scale it up to 125% big. Frigid Rain is also known as snow, guys. It's like bigger and chunkier and slower. Okay, we need like a wind sound effect. Like a... But then also, yeah, like... And then like some target flashing. Oh no, my sound engine is broken again. I have to close the application. I hate when this happens. This is a bug that's existed since MV and they didn't fix it. If you leave it open and running too long, you have to close it and open it again. You have to relaunch the application because the sound engine bugs out. Doodle-doodle-doo. There we go. do. Oh, Heartless, I know what you're saying. Right, you're trying to see if we can test the element rates. You're right. We have to remove crit and the variance for that, right? But in the end, we're not going to. But yeah, to test if the element thing, that's right. That's not the wind I wanted. Yeah. There it is. Even lower. We got chunky rain. We need... Just like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then we'll periodically go like... or something. I don't know. No. Maybe like a sword, like a swing. Yeah, that'll work. Let's take this one. Let's, well, first of all, let's put it in a little bit. It's kind of a lot of frames. I'm going to say it's like 90 frames. So let's just do it every 10 frames. I think we'll put some variance. We'll do 10 frames, then 12 frames, and then like more. What was that? 17. And then like, and then 65. There we go. And there's even more. Okay. Okay, we need variance. We need this to be at 140. This one to be at 150. This one to be at 130. This one will be at 140. This will be at 130. And then... Yeah. Okay. Sure. What if we change this water one to be like that one, and then maybe like one more would be changed to something different? Yeah, I like it. That'll work. Frigid Rain. Done. Done diddled. We done diddled it. So I could have put element water and then element ice down here, or I could have just put element none and then water of ice, and it should do the same, right? So let's do what Heartless was suggesting, which this is a good way to do it. Turn off critical, make it do like a solid number, like a 100, and then we'll see if the enemy's element rates makes a difference. So ice and water, those are the two that this element skill is. I'm trying to do an experiment on element rates with the element core and how it works by default settings. Okay, skill type for this is going to be inside of mysticism. Yeah, warlock. Wait, are we not doing the warlock? No, I chose the wizard to skip, didn't I? And then the knight. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do warlock and necro. Okay. This is mysticism. Now, we have that. Let's give it a custom action sequence. You know what is interesting? In an action sequence, we can also force an element. So, I mean, we could just remove the multi-element and make this an element of whatever we want, and then call a particular one hit could be like, this is an ice hit, and then this is a fire hit, and then this is a lightning hit. And you can really like force that element just for that hit even. Drifty's Frigid Rain beat is sick. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on a rainbow. I'm reading chat. Did I ever figure out the skill-based crafting system, Drifty? I just haven't really cracked down and said, let's do it. I haven't said, let's do it yet. Electro Ninja's Lab. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Skill-based crafting system is going to be fun. I think it shouldn't be a problem, really. It'll just be work, you know. It wouldn't be like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But it's going to be easy. I mean, a lot of work, but easy, like, mechanically. We'll have like a fill the bar, and then we'll give the player a few options of skills which they can think of how it works in 14, but water that down. Water down the system in 14, which is amazing, right? This amazing system, a lot. Water it down a lot. That's what I'm gonna go for. I might have to activate my account for a month just to like go back into the crafting system and look at the skills and gain inspiration from another game. I've been playing 11 recently. They recently got a huge influx of people, and I think it has something to do with some of the mods that have been coming out. There's new ways to control multiple accounts without even alt tabbing. It's just sending commands like, you know, on your keyboard. You can just press a button and have your bard start playing the spells you want, and then press another button and have your geomancer put up their, you know, their loop hands and whatnot. It's crazy. It's really, really cool. Now I have 3 accounts. I only have 1 activated right now, and I typically play about once a year for a month or 2. But I think at some point, if I want to get some more inspiration on the crafting system, I'll look into the way that it's done in 14. The way that it's done in 11 is not really skill-based at all. It's just kind of RNG and, yeah, RNG. I mean, it has like a bunch of stuff that like the direction you face, and there's all these guides, but even the designers themselves say that's all just like it's just like made up stuff. It doesn't really change your odds at all. But you have all these people who are like, played for, you know, a decade, telling you this is how it works and you should be facing north, south, east for this and blah blah blah. And when you're doing a fire craft or something like that, but then you'll have some other people saying it doesn't change anything. It's just like, and I know what that is because I played an older game before when I was growing up. It was called The Realm Online, and this game had an enchanting system that whenever you enchanted your item, there was a chance that it would explode, and then you would just permanently lose your item plus the cost of enchanting it and whatever else it had on it. And you could enchant your items multiple times, but each time it increased the odds that it was going to blow up. There's 3 things that could happen when you try to enchant your weapon. It could open up the weapon to the next spell that's cast on it, makes it a permanent enchantment. So you cast enchant, and the spell works on the weapon or the armor, and now it's receptive to the next spell, and you cast like Empower, and you strengthen up your sword or your armor. And now that armor, when you wear it, it gives you a strength or attack power buff. And then you're like, let's see what I can do. You cast enchantment. Oh, sorry. And you hit your microphone, and then three things can happen. It can blow up, it could fail to open the enchantment but not blow up, or you could open up the enchantment and it's receptive to another thing, and you can be like, on this sword, well, I already put strength on it. I think I said armor, but let's change it to a sword. On this sword, I already put strength on it for a bit extra attack power. I want to put fire on it, so now it's going to do extra fire damage, and then you cast the fire spell on it. Of course, it would require knowing the spell, enchantment, having the skill to open up the enchantment without blowing up the item. So how far... The reason why I bring this up and describe it a bit is because I kind of want to make something like that inside of RPG Maker, and I have done similar things with attach augments and another good PDF file or Google Docs file for Yanfly's MV era stuff. A lot of script call stuff to custom push traits onto weapons and armors and stuff. Hey Neo, how you doing? But in MZ, I want to try again, and I want to do it better this time, and maybe even share it this time. If it works right. All right, what was I doing? I need to make a skill, right? A test skill. Or no, wait, did we make that frigid rain? Frigid rain. Let's assign Frigid Rain to a Warlock class. So you could just do this inside the database, but I'm doing it a specific way because of how I've got my game set up. Let's just copy this, paste this, go in here, bring this down. Now he will know that skill. I don't believe I put 100 TP cost on it. Yeah, because I'm going to test it right now. So I gave it a custom actions sequence here. This is a sequence. But I did not assign it one, so I need to create one for it. So this one will be a simple action sequence. I'm going to go to my common events. I'm going to call it Frigid Rain Act Seek. I think I should do a naming convention. Act Seek will be good. Or sequence, if it's a long name. Static Vortex, Act Sequence, 6 action sequences, Action Sequence Tutorial, which I could use this for another thing as well. Do 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 do. Boom boom boom. Evian says, in the party system, how many party members can you have out on the battle at the same time? I would like to have 3 rows of 5 to 8, so 15 to 24 characters. I know from personal experience, inside of RPG Maker MV, you can have at least 20, because I've only tried 20, but I'm assuming you can have more characters out on the battle screen at one time. So my assumption is that you can have at least 20 battlers inside of a battle scene at one time, Evian. In fact, you could probably have 24. In fact, you could probably have 50 if you found a nice way to present them all on the screen. I wonder how many you could get to before it actually causes an issue. Heartless says, sounds totally balanced, Evian. So let's give it an action sequence. Setup action. Go. You know what we can do? Let's do the Bola one, because it's essentially the same thing. Yeah, let's try that. But we have to change it. Did I do a float? Jump? Alive opponents. Wait for animation true. No. Wait for animation false. That way we can issue action effects. And we're going to do this. Copy here, paste in here, but on top of this, we need to add a manual wait. Another amazing, great thing that was changed is the way that action sequences are done. They're done inside common events now, so you can basically use any common event stuff you want. Any regular eventing contents is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Bang. Bang. Okay, now let's make an enemy. A specific enemy. A very specific enemy. Let's use a dragon bones because they look cooler. Let's get a I don't know, an ice yeti. Okay, let's get an ice yeti, and I'm gonna put him over here on 8. And this ice yeti is going to have an element rate difference thing. I'm gonna make it so he takes only 10% damage from ice, but 200% damage from water, and I have no idea what's going to happen because I'm hitting him with a skill that's ice and water. He's strong against ice and super weak to water. So let's see how that works. And the skill should do 105 times, and he's got 500 HP. Because we didn't give it a variant snow critical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. Let's create that fight. Actually, I need to make it. I could just use this one. Change that. Oh, I need to make a troop. Okay, hold up. We'll just make troop 150 for now. That'll be my test battle. Bang. Okay, now we should be able to test out our skills. Hey DJ King, how you doing? Put the letter E in front of Ebola. I already say Ebola instead of Ebola enough. Warlock, go! What is going to happen? I have no idea. Oh yeah, the game also will pause. You can disable that in somewhere. If you click off the menu, it'll pause. Frigid Rain! 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. So it looks like because it was set as an ice element... Okay, so it did 10 damage. It looked cool. It did everything it needed to do. But maybe I'll float the user and bring them back down just real quick while I remember. Did I float them yet? Did I bring them back down? They jumped here. I'm going to jump, and then we'll float the user here. Plug in command. Battle core. There's so many things you can do, it's kind of hard to find everything. Okay, float to 250. And I'm going to copy the float. Oh no, here's the float. Copy the float, and then put that at the bottom because you have to... Finish action doesn't return float back to where it should be. I think it should, actually. Finish action should be updated and just add float. But I mean, it's a lot to look at. It could be like... all users float equal, or all users height equal 0 to reset their height. But then, I don't know, because it could mess, I see why they didn't do it. Because if you wanted to leave them floating, it could mess everything up when you ever use a finish action. Or maybe you just put it on a Boolean. Like float to 0, all users float to 0, true or false, and just have it set to false by default. But that would save people from using it. But you already coded it, so it doesn't matter. Just, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, what else is it gonna do? Oh, so the multi-element water didn't seem to add a bonus. So we're saying, hold up, maybe, let me type it in. Water is 5. Let me type in just 5 and see if it changes it. Now, it shouldn't. It should still do 10, 10, 10, 10 when I do the Frigid Rain thing. Tame an Ice Yeti? Name him Toothy? You could do that. Frigid Rain. It still does 10. Okay, so that's just how it works then. That must be just how the element rates will work if the enemy has a rate. If any of these elements trigger on their resistance, they will only do as much as their resistance, regardless that we're also hitting them with water, if we make the entire attack that way. But I imagine there's a way we can change this. Let's try this. If we go into the action sequence, when we get into the action effect, I'm going to make the last hit force water damage. Actually, I'm going to make the second to last hit force water damage to see what happens. To see if it changes from a 10 or if it stays 10. So that would be here. So I'm not actually issuing more damage. I'm just saying the element on this next attack make it water, even though it should already be. Does it? I wonder if it clear element changes, force elements, null elements, add elements. We can add an element. It didn't seem to clear element changes made through action sequences, force elements. Forces only specific elements when calculating damage. Oh, so I can force the last one to be water right here. Bang, bang, bang. And then it would probably, I'm assuming, it would make the last, it would make every attack after this water damage. And in order to make only one of them, say I just wanted the fourth one to hit water damage, I would have to, after an action effect, add a new plugin command to remove that change, which is listed in here too, under elements, clear element changes. So that would undo the force this hit to be water. So now if I've done this properly, the fourth hit should do 200 damage. It should do 10, 10, 10, 200, and then 10 with his current element rates. I'm just trying to understand where all the damage is calculated, so when I go into balancing and stuff, I know some more of the details about how it's reading it. This is useful information if you're doing anything like battle-centric or battle mechanic-centric. Excuse me. All right, Frigid Rain, go. Let's see what happens. Oh, it did it. 10, 10, 10, 210. Oh, so it works. Now, so I'll show you again. So it forced water damage, which did double on one of the hits, and we undid the changes on that. So that's so freaking cool. What that actually lets us do is not have multi-element on it if we didn't want to, if we wanted to make a specific change. But we'll leave that on there anyway, because it does do water damage as well, I would assume. Like, that's it. That's the way I want it to be, so I'm going to leave it there, even though we're forcing it to do specific elements. Let's remove... Oh my god, I'm dying. Let's remove the clear element changes And just put it at the end, like under finish action. I don't think it matters. I don't think we need it if the action's over. I would imagine it would just clear the changes anyway. Let's find out. Oh no, yeah, definitely. No, wait, hold on. Let's cut this. Let's find out if we clear the changes or if it persists between using the battle action sequence twice. I must know. Good job, Drifty. You got the hang of it. That's so funny. It's so funny, Heartless. Frigid Rain, go! So should do the last 200? Yeah. Oh, but he'll die, so I won't be able to see. Let's give him more life. Let's give the guy 1,000 lives. Or 1,500. No, 2,000. Yes, 2,000. 2,000 precious, because we're going to try... we're going to need him to be alive to see another round to decide if it's going to change the damage of all of the next attacks without clearing it, or... I mean, so basically I'm asking, do we have to clear the elements if we want the rest of the attack to be a specific element? Do we really need to remove the force, or is it just specific? So now if they all do 200, we know that we'll have to add that. Otherwise, we don't. We do not have to add it, only if we want to. Yeah, so it doesn't. That's fine. So you don't actually have to force clear the elements at the end. It's not like a finish action that needs to happen. That's a default animation, the snowstorm. Well, yeah, it's a default particle that I've changed. I'm running it at 125% size, and I'm running at 75% of its speed, so it's bigger and slower. And I've put my own custom sound effects into it. Napalm. He got napalmed. So she jumps and then she floats into the sky and calls the rain and snow down onto them. I want to see what this looks like with a... Let me hit F5. With a regular battler. With a jump and float. Because, I mean, with a giant animated battler or a Dragon Bones battler, I should probably shrink them. Because with a giant one, they're definitely going to float off the screen. Let me do that. Let me shrink them all a bit more. Do 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 do. So what does she look like here? Boom. Jump and float all the way to the top. She even pulls her sword out. Yeah, that's cool. She's like, make the rain come down. She slices the cloud open. I like it. So it'll be ice, 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 water, water. Those are the attacks that happens. Okay, I think we're good with this one. I really like it, and we're gonna move on. Cool, cool. Let's make another one. This one will be for the Necromancer. We'll call him the Test Yeti. There we go. He's a Test Yeti. He's a Test Yeti. Now we're going to say the damage can change. 100 plus A.MAT times 3 plus A.LUK. That'll do. And then we'll say it can crit, and we'll give it a 15% variance. And now we know how the elements work. And it's going to cost 100 TP. Hey. It hits not scope of one enemy. It's going to hit all enemies, bro. Bruh. There we go. Ice, 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 baby, baby, baby. No. Doom, 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 jigga, doom, doom. All right, we made a bone. I'm like, how does he already have 3? No, we didn't make the 100 TP one. I made a bone shield that we didn't actually make. We just placeholdered a bone shield for absorption barrier to come out. Song of the Lute asks, has anyone had trouble with the shadow pen in MZ? I draw my shadow on, but when I play my game, the shadows won't show up. Weird, huh? That is weird. I have noticed some weird things with the shadow pen when I'm drawing tiles. They just like shadow weird parts of like staircase. A 20 knock super chat from Warp Enigma saying, smash that like button. Whoop whoop. Love from Warp. Thank you so much, Warp Enigma. Appreciate that. Yeah, smash that like button. Would appreciate that too. Why would you curse me with this earworm? I don't know what you mean.
RPG Maker MZ. RPG.
Higher. Higher.
RPG.
Higher.
Higher. RPG Maker MZ.
There we go. What is our skill for the Necromancer? He's gonna be like, he raises an army of skeleton scorpions. But I don't want to do summoning skills yet. Because can we not do summoning skills yet? Please, just give it a chance for a core to come out. Neo Soul Gamer says, if you're using one of the core plugins and there's an option to turn auto shadows on and off, you might have that plugin parameter set to off. Hey, I didn't even know that existed. They put that in one of the cores? Where's that at, Neo? Bruh. How do you turn off the auto shadow? You can affect the engine that way? I've never heard of that. Is it in the is it the core engine? Where does that at? Windows settings, experimental settings. Use at your own risk. But there's nothing there. Okay, fine. Fine. Have it your way. I don't see it. I don't know. Quality of life settings. It's got to be in here, right? Where's the shadow? Font shadows? That's font shadows. Hey, let's put font shadows on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. Pixel image rendering for pixel games. Smooth them out or pixelate? You know, look pretty good smooth out. Anti-zoom pictures. If on, prevents pictures from being affected by zoom. Oh, that's nice. You don't realize all the things that you're going to encounter as a problem until you do. Or you never do because you are smart and you get like the newest version of Visustella's MZ0 core engine. You should get it now because it was updated and some things were fixed, and now is the time that you should update it. It's free to download. New game common event. Run a common event each time a new game is started. None. Wait, was it set to something? It was set to run an action sequence whenever a new game was started? That's weird, guys. I do like that, though. We can have something run whenever you start a new game. Very, very cool. I'm interested to see how this works. Runs a common event each time a new game is started. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's say common event 12 is going to be the new game auto run in caps. Common event. New game auto run. New game auto run. No trigger. What do we want to happen? This is just going to be a test. Okay, when does this play though? So it should show a text when we start a new game now. Right? Hey, and it does. It's just like boom! The first screen. This is a test. What does your hero look like? What is your class, your hero? Okay. It does. It runs it right at the beginning. Cool. Well, I'll leave it blank, and if I want to put anything at the beginning, our initialization event. Oh my God, that's a very, very good one, my friend. See, normally I handle all of that right here, where I'm like, oh yeah, something. Initialization will be right at the top. But we can now have an event where I can send people. Now I know how to tell people to initialize their variables, because I have to be like, remember, you have to send your user, the party player member, to that map in order for that auto run to run. And then you have to do it at the beginning, and make sure that you also don't use an erase event. Make sure you use the self switch. That way it doesn't just come back and reset your initialized variables when you've already changed them. Yada, 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 yada. It's going to be easier to do that now. I can just be like, yo, go into your plugin parameters, double click the core, click on quality of life settings. Scroll. Wait, no, what is it? Where is it at? It's over here. Double click on new game common event and select a blank common event. Okay, remember what number that is. And I'm like, boom, go to your database and then click on that number and call it initialization, new game initialization, or something like that. There we go. New game initialize. We'll just say initialize. We'll say initialize new game. It fits. Hey. And then you can be like, oh, here's where you control your variables. We need to set this blah, blah, blah to this certain number of this so that it does the thing right. And then all your variables are initialized right there. Bam. Easy. I like that. That's a good little feature. Really cool. Guys, I don't think I'm going to have time to make another action sequence for the last skill of the 6 classes. I'm going to end the stream right here, but I appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, EST. Yeah, it's going to be another day of doing stuff. I think that'll be really good because we can move on past action sequencing for the most part. We'll just still do a little here and there, but like we'll have like the starting point for people, and that way the players will jump into the game and they have a 100 TP move, a like 20 TP move, and then like an MP move, and right off the bat, level 1, they'll be able to go and become a hero, and they have a few skills to start with, and they actually look cool and have their own animations. It takes a long time to get that basic like database set up, but once we have it all set up, we can start making more of the game and make progress in the game. So right now it's just about setting up the character and making the database stuff, sequencing, animation, making the items and weapons and armors and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to the live stream today. Appreciate it. Have a good one. We'll read the names off the chat and then I'll let you guys go. Warp Enigma, thank you so much for being here. All the super chats, thank you for being a member. Poodle Style is good to have you here. He says thanks for the stream. Have a good day. You too and your friends. Frank Weber, thank you for tuning in. Song of the Loot, DJ King Gaming, thank you so much. Neo Soul Gamer, Ascan, Vino, of course. My dude, thank you so much. Neo, Vero Claw 23. All of you who are lurking and don't want to say anything, I still appreciate you. Thank you for being here. DJ King, I think I said your name a bunch. It's very elite speak. It's all capitals and it's yelling at me. It's like, say my name. Sebastian! Or is it Bastion? I don't know. It's Bastion. I think his name's Bastion. Moonchild! Lava Sekuchi or Ayava Sekuchui. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is there a way to get a skills element from the element of the caster? Is there a way to get a skills element from the element of the caster? I don't know what that means. Is there a way to get a skills element from the element of the caster? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Heartless Angel, Wrath of Wood, Life is Cancer, Song of the Loot. Thank you guys for being here. Fair and I, thank you so much for tuning in. Corey Davis, my dude, thank you so much, Corey. Electro Ninjas Lab, thank you so much for being here. Dan with a Plan, it's good to see you. Skepsis D, thank you for tuning in and all the support. Shin Zero, thank you for being here. Poodle, Morph Enigma Vino. See you guys. Bye, guys. Take care, Corey. See you guys.